Last but certainly not least, I want to talk about green screen keying. In other words, chroma keying. For that, I'm going to create a new sequence, and I'll call it chroma keying. And I'm going to go ahead and import a new file. This is going to be this chroma keying file. I'm going to put it on video track 2. I'll do a zoom to fit, which is the backslash key right on top of the enter or return key. There you go. And I'll put another video on track 1, maybe the quad one, and the audio doesn't matter too much. That way I'll have myself, that's me in front of a green screen, keyed or superimposed on top of the quad footage. Maybe I'm talking about it or whatever it is. I'm going to go ahead and add an effect to the green screen clip. So I'll go to the effects panel, and I'm going to use the one called Ultra Key, which is under Video Effects, Keying, Ultra Key. Ultra Key is an effect that used to be part of Adobe, and now it's made its comeback on Premiere Pro CS5, so I'm very excited about it. We add it to the clip like any other effect. Just click on it and drag it and put it on the clip. And now we're going to go to the Effect Controls panel, and we're going to adjust a couple of things. Here it is, the Ultra Key. Let's go ahead and expand it. We need to choose the color to key out. In other words, we need to choose the color that we're going to turn into transparent so that I will be superimposed on top of the Quad 01 video. For that, I'm going to grab this eyedropper. Let me go ahead and place it. And as you can see, once I chose the appropriate color, it turns the green into transparent. I can see the other video, and all the green is gone. All I get is transparency. If you've ever done chroma keying, you know that this is not an easy task. This only speaks about the power of the Ultra Key. Now there's a couple of things in here that we need to fix. Number one, we see a little bit up here in the top left-hand side of the image that this was never covered by the green screen, so we need to clean this. This is done with a garbage matte. So let's go ahead and add a garbage matte to this. I can go ahead and add a 4-point or an 8-point garbage matte. Because this is a very simple key, I'm just going to add a 4-point one. There you go. And now we can adjust these points to get rid of those unwanted places. And actually I hardly move at all, so this may be good. And it is pretty good. The next thing that we can do is, instead of outputting the composited, we could output just the alpha channel, and that will let us see the matte a little bit better. And it's actually pretty good, so I don't think there's any kind of changes that I need to do to that. So I'm going to go back to composite. And last but not least, I'm going to make this image a little bit smaller. Maybe place it in the bottom right-hand side. And that's going to be a little bit better, because it's going to show the quad a little bit better. If I need to adjust some of these settings, I can do so by adjusting these: the matte generation, transparency, the highlight. That cleans the key a little bit. Let me go ahead and increase the tolerance a little bit. We can do a matte cleanup, a choke, which means making it a little bit smaller. We can soften it, which means adding a little bit of a feather to it. We can increase contrast, midpoint. We can also do spill suppression, and of course, color correction. Color correction refers to when we want to match the color of the keyed subject to that of the background, which is important if we want to give it a little bit more of a realistic effect. Ultra Key is very, very powerful, and I, for one, am thrilled to see it back in the Adobe world.